start saying where we are.
Just say, yeah.
It's not easy.
It's obvious where we are, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're in Sainsbury's.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to another vlog. And look who's here.
Hello.
This is Andy, who runs Ride Southern Spain. For those of you who've just recently joined us, have a look on our older vlogs. All the Spanish ones are amazing. And behind us is Jules, the lovely Jules.
Hi.
And Todd with the mongoed face, getting a bit better. Smile. So basically, Andy has a funny story to tell us, and I'll let him fire away with it.
Yeah, so National XC Champs this weekend. So I've been training hard last sort of 6 months. Plenty of road miles, plenty of XC miles, getting my fitness up. Really wanted to get the National Champs British jersey this weekend, so living out in Spain's a perfect training ground. So I booked the flights, booked a hotel. Also, Jim said he'd put us up, so everything organised. I was even packing my XC bike, and I thought I'd have a little look at who our competition is. I noticed that my name wasn't on the start list. I emailed the organiser and said, is there any chance I could get a last minute entry? No, sorry, all the gridding's done, the start list have been produced, so you can't race. Naturally, I was a little bit annoyed. Didn't throw my toys out the pram at all. So whilst I was telling my brother, about my dilemma, because the flights are booked and I'm ready to go. We even had someone house sitting out in Spain for us, and he said, there's still entries for the UK downhill champs. So I thought, well, it's not really what I've been training for or what I was prepared to come back and do, but I thought, sod it, why not? So yeah, booked on. So racing the downhill champs. So I packed my Evil Reckoning enduro bike and took out all my lycra, put in my baggy stuff and my body armour. I took out my skimpy little half lid and chucked in my D3, my full face. A couple of little practice runs up at Aston Hill, and that's it. We're racing the downhill champs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on the right side this time. I don't have to crawl across the car as usual.
Foreigners.
With my arse in the air, everyone wondering what am I doing.
Coming over here, taking our jobs. I know that's the other way around. So basically, today is Friday. They stayed over last night at ours and had a few wines and I got a headache. And we are going over to Stanton Bikes today because Andy is getting hooked up by Stanton. We want to have a look at Todd's frame, which is kind of finished, just ready to be painted and assembled. Just go and see him, really. He's never been there. How does it feel being back here at Stanton, son?
No different.
With your teeth being mullered, did it put you off riding?
No, not.
You're still dying to get back on a bike?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a look at this latest creation that they've come out with?
Yeah.
The raw finish, very new. Here we go. So Joe is here, putting one of these things together. So tell us how it's got to this and how the order situation is right now on these.
How the order situation? Well, there have been people asking for raw for ages, haven't they? So, and I think it was a case of not just offering it when we thought we could, because we know that it has issues with rust spiders and stuff like that. It's about finding a properly resilient finish, as opposed to something where you just whack a clear coat on and send it out. Because even though we get them coming back for refurbishment, we want them to last as long as possible. So yeah, they're available for pre-order. UK made switch niners in steel with tie following shortly after.
So what's been the difference in how these are manufactured to, why can you suddenly do this process and sell them like this?
I suppose technically you could always do it. It's just covered by an ED coat, but it's longer because if you're producing it raw, you know directly from the beginning that it's raw, don't you? So any blemish on it kind of scraps the whole thing. So you've got to be straight from the get-go, know that it's going to be raw. So it's I mean, we charge the same as an elite finish because it is an elite finish. Technically, there's less work because there's less painting, but also technically there's more because you've got to watch the frame through the whole process.
Yeah, we're getting a fleet of these Stanton bikes out at Ride Time in Spain for guests to use. Save them the hassle bringing their bikes out when they could use such a brilliant bike, a real burly bike out in Spain, which is what you need. Jim and Dan just thought it'd be a good idea to smash one of these down the UK Champs track. So I thought, why not? We're getting one out in Spain soon, so have a blast on one. I've ridden one out in Spain and it was brilliant. It's very similar to this one, 140 on the back and 160 on the front with the Olens. And it handled everything I threw at it out there, so I hope it can deal with the 1,000 metre descent of Rock Garden. We can do Revolution Bike Park on it for sure. We turned up here in our little hire car, just got to bunch up, squeeze in a little bit, get that in the car. Might have to tie Todd to the roof, I think, is what we're probably going to do. That's right, it Todd?
It won't hurt his teeth anymore.
Boots and nut.
There you go. Easy does it.
Easy. And we're in.
Are we? Yes, we are.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Renault
we are.
Capture.
Right, so there's a hive of activity going on here at Pin Tower since we got back with the bike. Obviously, he's swapping a lot of things over from the Evil. He's working on wheels and God knows what. And I'm doing the mud guards and the important bits like the stickers and stuff. See him behind there, flat out. We're nearly done. And as you can see, this is the important bit. The stickers. I think we're virtually done. Well, I say we. It's been you really, while I've been faffing doing other stuff. So what exactly have you had to do to prep this bike up ready for Revolution?
So I put some super tacky, thin race grips on. I've got real small hands, so I like to have them as small as possible, reduce arm pump.
Which ones? What grips?
The Def grips, yeah, Brent, I think the Faircloth Def grips, are they? Yeah, but you can get them soft and hard, thin and thick, so I go thin and super tacky. They don't last long, but they're good for a race. Garmin mount, so I can see how many laps I'm doing, see if I'm getting quicker throughout the day. Just not like to sort of like record what I'm riding. Olens, just messed around with the rebound really. Spring is probably one softer than I'd normally go, so I've wound a little bit of compression on and I'm sure that'll be fine. I've had to, because it's a downhill race, I won't be using any of these cogs up here. Nice downhills, they just run sort of 7 cogs these days, so I've shortened my chain, so my chain will only allow me to get up to like maybe this or this gear. But so we'll keep it nice and tight when it's down in the lower gears. What else have we done? Fitted my own HT pedals on. I always run HT. That's what I like. So put those on there. Mudguard RRP. It's going to be a wet one this weekend, so I've opted for the extra large one that they do. And then if it dries up for race day, then there's a slightly shorter version that I'll put on. Bars were 800mm wide. I'm only 5'9", so cut them down 10mm each side down to 780, just what I like. Brakes, just adjusted them so that they bite where I like. I just like it so I've got that, you know, I like my hand to be on the edge of a bar and then my finger to be just where it curls round. So I've done that. I like to have quite a light rotational weight on my bike. I find, especially with a 29er, it helps you sort of flip the bike, turn it in, turn it out. So I took off the slightly heavier alley rims, put my carbons on. I've also gone with the high volume 2.5 wide trail tyres. Just more grip. I love these tyres, plenty of grip in them, so that's them. And nut and bolt check. So I think we're ready to roll really. It's yeah, it's gonna be good. Can't wait to ride this bike down a national champs downhill track. It's gonna handle it well, I'm sure. So here we are, Revolution Bike Park. There's the finish there, British Cycling National Champs downhill. Yeah, just bumped into some guests that we had out stay with us a few weeks back. The uplifts are going in 17 minutes. Up we go, first run. Final practice run. I think it's about 4:30 now, so the elites are off at 5 o'clock. So last one down, try and make it a good one on Stanton.
Good morning. So we are off today to Revolution Bike Park, basically to see how Andy's been getting on. Yesterday I was over at Dovey Bike Park while he did day one of practice, and he came and stayed at ours, but I'll leave it in his words to tell you how he got on when we get there. Right, Mr. Weames, Mr. Cross Country, swapped over the downhill.
Yeah.
How was yesterday in timed practice? Was it timed yesterday or just practice?
Every run's timed, so you get your little timing chip on your forks every time you cross start and finish, and there's split times as well as you're coming down. So you get to the bottom of your run, see how your splits are, see how your that run is, how you're doing. Started off very steady. So I'm used to dusty rocks, not greasy rocks. So it's pretty scary coming down there. It's steep. There's some real big holes developing where everyone's braking, and it's like real braking bumpy, and whereas everyone else is on their 200mm bikes, I'm on my sort of 160, 140 Stanton. But it's pretty unbelievable how quick you can still go on a bike. Because like, people are saying to me, he's like crazy going down there on a 140mm travel bike. But
how many trail bikes are there here?
If you look, you can see them, but there's not many.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably on from a bike with release travel here.
Yeah.
There'll be a few 160mm trail bikes, but not many 140s.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's, in the steep stuff it's a little bit scary, and the fast, slippy, rocky stuff, as well. It's sort of like moving about a bit, but as soon as you get on the flat bit, then I feel like I've got a bit of an advantage.
So your normal trail bike is the Evil Reckoning?
Reckoning, yeah.
How does it compare to that? Because you've never ridden it before, except for that one time we come over. You had one run?
No, yeah. So when Stanton came out to Spain, I had one run down on a Stanton. And straight away I liked it, which is why when Dan said to me at the factory on Friday, do you want to use the Stanton then? And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's give it a go. Me and my Evil's got an extra 20mm extra front and rear, and it's slightly longer. I went for a medium. I should probably have gone for a large. So it's a bit smaller than my Evil, so getting used to it's a bit tricky, but I feel comfortable on it straight away.
How are you getting on, alright?
Yeah, Did you decide to come up and do the bowl thing last night and destroy yourself instead of downhilling?
Well, how many sugars were that?
What happened
yesterday, Mr. Atwell?
I was just having fun at the bowl. Were you there? You watched it?
No, I was terrifying myself at Dovey Bike Park.
Oh, you missed out, man. You missed out. It was cool.
I'm sure there'll be a million videos.
Yeah, there'll be videos.
Yeah. I was talking to TJ, he said he got you a cracker of your crash.
He's got some videos, yeah.
Are you in pain?
No, I'm not in pain. Get myself checked out. I'm just resting up today. Rest up for Valsol.
Right, okay. And
that's
hopefully...
But we shouldn't put this anyway, right?
Sorry. This is something that I was meant to pass a message on.
What's that?
About you doing a bit of a...
Yes.
You want to have a bit of a...
I've already had a word with him.
Yeah.
And he said he'd be up for it.
Be up for it.
He wasn't very reliable, was he there?
I was meant to pass that message on here. Didn't do that.
He's got a race day. Right, I'll leave you. I'm going to go get some stuff out.
See you later, mate.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
So, what's the crack? You're off seeding 1:45?
Seeding's 12:45.
Yeah.
That's in about 45 minutes. So I'll have a coffee, try and get a bit of buzz about myself.
Okay.
Go up there, do the seeding run, doesn't really matter, just seed you for your main race run. And it's only one run that counts. So really the seeding run grids you, but it's your final, like, right, this is what we're doing. Any line choice mistakes that you make, just make sure you don't do that in your race run. And so I did 10 practice runs yesterday, which is a fair amount. Most people do around 7, maybe 8. and then I got in 4 this morning, which again most people do 2 or 3, so I don't know if that's stupid, tiring myself out, but
Well, we'll try and get up there and catch you on the hill, I think.
yeah. I mean, I'm loving rattling down there on the Stanton. So
Yeah, but you say rattle, they don't make a noise, do they?
No, they don't.
Have you noticed that?
Well, because the frame, is not maybe as light as a carbon.
And it's steel.
You got the and I've still got the carbon rims. You got that kind of that perfect unsprung weight kind of balance, and it gives that real planted feel. Whereas on my Evil, because it is quite light, you do get rattled around a little bit. So it's nice and solid.
Realistically, do you think you can go on the podium?
No.
No.
Come on, Andy!
So that was him, and he was looking good. Any good?
Yeah, not too bad. I think with the adrenaline pumping, I went into one of the steep kind of chutes. There's a bit of a drop off. Went in a bit quicker than I have been in practice, and my bike stood up in the corner. I couldn't sort of lean it down in time, so I had to come to a stop. And then the line kind of went round and looped round. I was sort of like ride across the mud and enjoy my track again. So yeah, that was really my only main sort of like problem. There's areas that I could pedal more, areas where I could let the brakes a bit more.
Any positioning? Mid-pack?
Yeah, oh mate. Yeah, good. Yeah. The standard here is so high.
Unreal, isn't it?
If I'd put a run like that in kind of like a grassroots or even like a national enduro round or something, you'd have been right up there.
Yeah.
But when every single person that enters is rapid, and all the sort of like the people that not make up the numbers but help you get a good position don't enter, they're put off by it because it's so daunting. It doesn't really help how you get down, but
So it's
I felt like it went all right, really.
now 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
You've got to wait till when? 4?
It's going to be around 4ish that for race run. So yeah, hopefully I'll shave off. I've got a 3:08, so it'd be nice to get close to the 3-minute mark without a mistake. Let the brakes a little bit more, a few more pedals.
All right.
So yeah, nice. No, I'm loving it. It's good. Yeah.
Go on, mate.
Well,
So here he is, the man we all came to see. Forget all them pros. How did it go?
I went slower on my race run than my
Did you
season
really?
run.
I did that loads of
I was
times.
so annoyed.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was really disappointed when I got to the bottom of the track because I messed up in my seeding and I came down with 3:08.
Yeah.
And then I think I just tried to. I was like, right, race run. Let's really give it something and get a good result. It's pedalling everywhere, but then when you're pedalling everywhere, you're not pumping everywhere.
Yeah.
And then pedalling right up to the lip of a jump, and then you're not popping off it, and you're casing the landing, and then you're losing speed again. So I tried too hard and went slower. Well, I don't know where I came in the end, but I know a lot of the others crashed. So I think I actually maybe didn't position too bad.
Yeah.
But I got a worse time, so I was a bit annoyed.
Well, here's my theory on what you did, right? Let's spin around this way because the wind's horrendous. You were meant to do cross country.
That's right.
You had no preparation for downhill. You haven't done downhill in how long? Ages and ages.
Years.
And you borrowed a bike that you've never ridden.
Yeah.
And you got down it and got through it on a gnarly track. So in my eyes, you're a hero, Andy.
I didn't. 16 runs or 17 runs this weekend and not one crash.
Well,
which tells
go.
you maybe I'm not pushing quite hard
Yeah.
enough, but I'll take that down that steep, greasy, gnarly track. I was quite happy with that.
Sound.
Bike did well, stood up, snapped a pair of pedals, cracked a front carbon rim, cracked 2 spokes on my rear rim.
Yeah.
So it kind of shows quite how mental that track was.
Yeah.
But the bike's still in one piece.
And now it's off back to Spain tomorrow.
First thing tomorrow morning, fly home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just need to get back to Aston Hill kind of way.
Sort your
pack
shit
the
out
bikes
right
and
now.
head back to sunny Spain. Get out of rainy Wales.
And we'll be over to see you in a month's time.
You will be.
Can't wait.
Look forward to it. Yeah.
Don't forget, give us a like, give us a subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Check out the description for all the merchandise. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep it pinned.